streaming is to I basically want to do like a video podcast, video podcast. I basically want to do that, but I'm still there we go. That was.
Did I equip something?
Oh yeah, so do go down. I would equip go down again. Auto level up, and then all the way down. 2 HP boost. And then jump is X and square is shoot. You can switch weapons. You get 2 different weapons, and you can switch those with R1 and L1. Either one, because there's only 2, so you're going to rotate between the 2. And then triangle is dash. You can double jump too. Triangle is dash, and then you can hold R2. So like, move around and shoot. But if you hold R2, then you just like do this, right? Stick. If that makes sense. Yeah. No. And then if you hold L2, you will, when you have a weapon, like here's the weapon, so you have that. So now you have a machine gun. If you hold L2, you'll overload, which will give you some kind of, the weapon basically does a power. So that weapon's power is it'll give you a shield for a limited time. If you overload it, you'll get rid of your gun, and you'll overload it into a shield. Hold L2 to overload. So like each gun has its own overload power, Oh, but so I got this. Oh, you got that? Oh, I got it. And then the perk I gave you, or that you chose, was auto level 2. So you can see your weapons are instantly level 2 instead of level 1, which normally you'd have to get the same one twice to get that. Oh, I got 2 M's. So watch, I'll overload this M, and then it's going to give me a shield for a limited time, so like I can't get hurt. But, so my idea for this is to do a video podcast, but streaming while playing video games. So literally, like if you were a guest on my podcast, you would choose the game, right? I'd be like, all right, you choose whatever game you want to play. We'll play the game together, and we'll do our interview while streaming. You know what I mean? Like while playing video games is kind of the idea. And I would talk to mostly like just I guess people of all but mostly like business. It'd be finance, business, entrepreneurship, stuff like that. Is the general idea. So just like a fun format, like you're talking, you're having a good time. Grab that the ground business. Fire.
Definitely interesting concept.
Right? I think it'd be fun. Kelsey and I want to do, or we already started with one. So let me overlook this. We want to do like a dating. So we recorded one already, like a dating relationship podcast.
While playing video?
Well, actually, that was a thought because I'm gonna get another. Grab the. Oh, you have that. Yeah, that's good. We would do racing, because I'm gonna get another cockpit at some point, and then we'll both race together. Cause that's like the only type of video game that she likes is racing, and so yeah, we might do that. That could be fun. We'll just be racing split screen side by side, So that could be a fun one. H is the best, and I think S is the best. Oh yeah, I'd get that H. That's definitely yeah. So you have H and S. In my opinion, those are the 2 best ones. On the helmets. But what? Oh yeah. So you're saying,
Oh,
yeah. So what are your thoughts? So you do believe that Adam and Eve were people? Do you believe they were the first people? You believe they were literal people? Yeah, I'd keep that. You could even, so sometimes what I'll do is I'll grab this M just for the shield, and then I'll go back and grab my H. So you do believe they were two literal people, right?
As a person of faith, yes. As a person, in general, probably not. I think, once again, like, the thing is that, well, look,
Guess we gotta knock harder.
that's the thing. Especially when it comes to, like, the high concept is, like, things of the Bible. Like, Adam and, you know, like, creation and all that. Like, you either believe that or not, right?
Yeah.
There's a, either believe God made all this, the like, the power of God, whatever. Yes. And, but you can't, if you do believe it, you can't defend it in any way. Because it's not based off
Scientifically, you cannot defend it.
Yeah. It's just a thing of faith. That's it. That's really. So yeah. So would I ever like defend that in any way? No, because in my opinion, in this sense.
So to understand, you believe it, but you would never argue it.
No.
But you do believe it.
Yeah, I do believe it. Yeah, I do believe it. But I would never.
And then just going back to the belief, so you believe that they were two literal people. Do you believe they were the two first people ever to be on this earth? On this earth, let's say.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
And do you believe the timeline, which I think is like 6,000 BC, 4,000 BC? What is it?
Well, that's what some Christians say. That timeline doesn't. It doesn't fit like at all. I don't. Once again, I wouldn't defend that ever because there's no like humans have been.
Is that not a
Humans have been on Earth for like 20,000-30,000. Like,
yeah. Is the timeline not a universally accepted thing?
Among Christians?
Among Christians.
Among Christians, no.
It's not a universally.
But there are a lot of people that do believe the 6,000 around there, something like that. Okay. But it's not.
And there's nothing in the Bible that alludes to that, or why do we believe six? Why do the people that believe 6,000?
Revelation, it says there's 6 or 7 scrolls, and each scroll is 1,000. In Christ, and that was like the 6th scroll, I believe, or something like that. That opened. And then so yeah, it's 1,000, 6,000. So yeah, that's where a lot of those Christians get that number. But once again, I think that's metaphorical, especially Revelation. It's extremely metaphorical, so I would never say that literally. Because there's a lot of people that do.
Because do most Christians believe that the obviously the world was created in 7 days, right? 6 days, and then it's a day of rest. And pretty much all Christians believe that's not literal, right? Or their Christians believe that's a literal day, like our day.
I think it's a very arguable thing. I don't think anyone really. I think there's a lot of people who read the Bible who assume it's a 24-hour day, but no one. It's not a consensus. Like, it's not a consensus.
And among Mormons, is it because I've always just heard that those were periods of time.
Yeah.
Is that universally accepted amongst Mormons?
That's what I'll read. If you ask a lot of Mormon theologists, yes, that is the period.
But we don't have a set doctrine. Like, no, this is definitely periods of time, definitely not days or vice versa.
I don't know. I don't know if a prophet ever confirmed or denied that. If it has been, it was like Joseph Smith once, you know, maybe in a verse in Prophet, like a very small thing that it's not like I don't know. I want to say probably like telling you that you have authority in someone, or maybe in like one doctrine or one of those books. So that's where a lot of the
I've been thinking about this lately because, you know, especially with health, it always goes back to our croc brain, evolution. Croc brain. You never heard the term croc brain? The cock brain, you know, we're always thinking about sex. That's basically, yeah.
For sure.
Your brain, your cock pretty much controls all your thoughts. Yeah. I'm very, very familiar with the cock brain, yes. No, it always goes back to the croc brain, which is basically referring to
the reptile.
Yeah, the caveman, right? Like we're all driven by this, and this is, you know, millions of years of evolution. We're fighting against fight or flight. It all comes down to that. Just, you know, they're talking about stress. They're talking about, you know, everything. Yeah. It always comes down to that. And so I think about that like a lot because it's just like, okay, well, is that real, or is it not real? You know, like, is that a real thing or not? Because if you do, let's say, you know, for argument's sake, let's say the 6,000 BC is what actually happened, right? Adam and Eve, first people ever, 6,000 BC, and if that's true, then there was never a caveman, right? Is that fair to say, or what? Because they were an intelligent species, you know, they had civilization, and they were not cavemen the way that we kind of think of them, right?
The thing is, the big misconception with cavemen and Neanderthals and all that, those are ancestors, but they're not human. Like the best way to say it would be like your cousin. Like they're not just like direct family. They're like cousins.
So you're saying we could believe Adam and Eve were the first people and also accept that there's Neanderthals and cavemen?
Yeah, 100%. Because there is. Yeah, 100%. Because humans are a different species. Humans are not like dogs. There's Chihuahuas, Labradors, Golden Retrievers, all that. Like, yeah, they share a lot of similar things, but they're different species. Humans are just a different species.
So
we're not from the same.
So we didn't evolve from Neanderthals.
No, we're
and science doesn't believe that anymore. Or never believed that. For some reason I thought that that's what science believed. And was I just flawed in my thinking that, or did science never believe that, or
that we have common ancestors?
Yeah, that we basically evolved. That we evolved from chimps, really, right? That's not a belief in science.
Once again, like when you have cousins, and then like have the same grandparents or whatever. Yeah, but not. There's still different species. Evolution has never been about going from one species to the other species. It's been about changing the characteristics evolutionarily to better adapt to the environment.
Yeah, so. but are there people that believe that? Because I've heard that we evolved from monkeys. That's a misconception. So I was never taught that in school. Was I?
No. Like, once again,
I thought I was. There's that.
I'm saying we have a common ancestor. Like, doesn't mean we're still different species. We have a common ancestor, but we're different species. Like.
So you're saying, like, science never said that? There was never a time science said that. Really?
Yeah.
Where did that come from then?
I think that came from a law. Christian. Like,
A bit cute for a war machine.
I don't think true. They understand what they were saying. That was scientists trying to, I would say.
What you know the graph that what is that? So that's just saying we can't, like, what is that graph? Is that a scientific graph or is that a what is that graph?
There's little graphs like that show like not even like monkeys, but like fishes turning into monkeys, and like monkeys turning like it's not. That's not.
Because I have heard that Darwin never said we evolved from monkeys.
Yeah, because that's not what it is.
This is blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, that's never. Like,
So you're saying that actually came from Christians?
Well,
the misconception of evolution came from Christians.
From a lot of Christians and a lot of those people who are ignorant and they don't understand what this theory of evolution actually says.
But it was never actually taught in school. Is what it's
No, it is that's not that.
Yeah. Well, you're sure about this?
100% on that.
Oh, shoot. Really?
Never. No one's ever taught me.
Dude, that is. So it's all just been, yeah, like people saying, oh, evolution's like, you know, evolution basically says we come from monkeys, but it's like, no, evolution never actually said that.
That we might, like, we have a common ancestor. That, I think that's where the misconception is not. Because we have common ancestors, you're something. Like, once again, like, I don't know, like dogs and cats.
No, I totally get that. That's not what's blowing my mind. I totally get that, and I agree with it, 100%.
Yeah.
What's blowing my mind is that what you're saying is that we were never even taught that. That was all not in an academic setting. That's what's blowing my mind. That's all from society. Really? See, that's what's freaking just blowing my mind right now. I never realized that.
Yes. Yeah, but it's a very common misconception. It's like, well, it's like the misconception about, like, we only use 10% of the brain. Like, these misconceptions are like misconceptions. I don't know, that's correct. Because one or two people said it, and that's the mean one, and then everybody started it.
Wait, so that movie with Angelina Jolie's Total Polka? The one about, no, Scarlett Johansson. That's who it's in it. About she starts using 100% of her brain and becomes like super. You never saw that? It had Morgan Freeman in it.
Maybe the one they took a pill.
No, that's the Matthew McConaughey one. But no, this one might have been a pill as well. I remember. Lucy. You never saw Lucy? Oh. Yeah, Lucy. That's what it was called. It's pretty good. I mean, it was alright. I saw it a long time ago. Good or not good it was.
But yeah, there's a lot of like that. It's just like, for example, like even the word theory itself is very misunderstood because like gravity. It's the theory of gravity.
It's not the law of gravity?
No, it's the theory of gravity.
Really?
Because...
Okay, so what's a theory?
Theory, that's the thing. There's theories, like, when it comes to, like...
Slow down, too.
There's theories, like, what most people use the word theory, as in a thought, an idea. But a scientific theory is a different definition. scientific theory means it's been proven through tests multiple times and it's replicated. Like you can do the test yourself and you can repeat it yourself. But the thing is, it's not a law because for it to become a law, there's different criteria.
Gravity's not a law?
Right?
How is it not a friggin' law? So what is a law?
I don't know.
If gravity's not a law, what the freak is? ChatGPT all this. Is gravity a law or a theory?
Gravity is both a law and a theory.
Let's get to work.
A law and a theory? What are you
Law of
talking about?
universal gravitation, formulated by Isaac Newton in the late 17th century, describes the gravitational force as a neutral effect and provides a more physical equation for calculation rate. This is often referred to as Newton's law of universal gravitation. On the other hand, the theory of gravity refers to our understanding of gravity's work.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity, proposed in the early 20th century, is a theoretical framework that describes gravity as a force.
Because the thing is, like, Lowry theory, you can do tests and prove them, but you can't, like even like general relativity. Like, for example, like dark, like black holes. All those are theories, right? Because we haven't been in a black hole. We can't actually 100% know. We know like 99% sure like black holes exist and they do this because we've seen them, and math shows when you do math in space that there's something pushing it, pulling keep math, but we have never been inside a black hole, right? So, and I think there's some criteria on things. Unless you have, once again, my friend, that's from my understanding, unless you're able to actually, like, show it in, like,
Hold down. Just
in, I don't know, I think, like, that there's very few laws because of that, because the laws are harder to prove in every sense.
yeah, they're like absolute.
Yeah, they're very
100%.
absolute, but theories, once again, theories are still very strongly supported scientific principles that have been proven again and again. Like gravity, it's been proven again and again. But still, like you said, like there's much of that is a lot of like also like in general, it's also a theory thing. So yeah, like
Hey,
so a lot of these are terms that people misunderstand.
Yeah.
Once again,
My thing with science.
evolutionary, like the theory of evolution, like it's been proven multiple times. But is it something you can like do it ourselves and manipulate it ourselves? No, something, but it's been proven once and again. Animals are humans. We have evidence out there.
My thing with science in general is obviously, you know, incredible, super useful. It's they want the retro soundtrack, dude. So freaking good. I'm here with Jonathan Spencer. Jonathan Silva. Guess I got Spencer on the mind. He's one of the OG members of the Swaggy.
How do you know if anyone's seen it?
No one's watching.
I know, but would it tell you?
Yeah. 0 watching. But they can watch later too.
Oh,
Is the
really?
other thing. But I mean, it's like with all these things, like you start somewhere.
Yeah.
No matter
Yep.
what, Zero's like not no matter what. Like if you were to really market it and try to, you could
Well, I feel
get
like
people watching from day
streaming
one.
itself is one of the hardest ways to adopt an audience.
Yeah,
Because what a lot of people end up doing first is they build up an audience through either YouTube, TikTok, or whatever, and then they
announce it.
announce and capture that.
Yep.
One more down.
Yeah.
It's like, you go straight into streaming itself, like, it's very...
That it'd be almost Well, and so that's the thing. So with this, I'm basically just trying to like get a feel for what it is to stream, right? Knowing that like nobody's watching this, and nobody's probably gonna see it. They might see it later, right? But the idea is to see if this works. Because like I tried doing it with COD, and it's just like COD is so intense. It's very hard to have a conversation while playing COD.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible, right? And then I did it with racing, and with racing it was really cool. It worked out really well. Here, come down this way. Down and jump. But there's even like different. I would switch something for that H. Yeah. There's like in Gran Turismo, there's like racing, and then they have like chill modes, right? And the chill modes are really good. I did both with my brother, and yeah, the chill modes are like really good because you can have a full-on conversation. You can get into the video game when you want, and you can like ignore it when you want. You know what I mean? In the chill modes. Oh shoot, I did that at the wrong time. Now we gotta wait. That sucks. So I'm doing this just to like, again, first, yeah, exactly. Like first I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall, see what, but like I've already learned things that I would have never learned if I never started. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same thing when I was in YouTube.
Yeah, and I think no matter what, it's like nobody's gonna watch your first 100 videos. You know what I mean? Like no matter what. And so it's just a matter. Like, those first 100 videos are not, in my mind, even to gain an audience. Really, I mean they are kind of because you got to start with something, right? But they're almost not even for that. They're more to get you like ready. You know what I mean? Like get you to learn so that when you do have an audience, like you know what you're doing, and you know what I mean. So that's kind of how I see this part right now. And again, I might not even like. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks, and most of these things might never even come to fruition. I grabbed some, yeah. So yeah, and it's been kind of fun, honestly. Like, I think this is like an interesting format. A real chill game like this too. Like, this is the first game I've done like this. This seems like a really good game because it's just run and gun. You're just like not really caring what you're doing, Yeah. Dude, this is my childhood, bro. This is every time I went to my cousin Sean's house on the NES. And this game's pretty similar. It's pretty similar to the OG Contra, no doubt. So yeah, and I've played this a lot with my kids, like this actual version. You're doing better than my kids though. 63,000 points. It's not bad. There's like a story mode too, which is the same thing, just with story, but it's not that interesting.
Let's
But
attack
Well,
the
this
rest.
is a good one.
Pretty good.
What is something you haven't done yet? Here or the way
Raising money for a company.
what else?
Here. I think fear that it won't be successful, and that I'll waste somebody else's money, and then That's a big one. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, actually. Overcome right now.
And so it's like getting like funders or investors. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing on a bigger scale, right? Like, I keep playing small, in little things and whatnot, and I do that because, I'm scared that, I won't be able to make something bigger happen.
In a way, because you have to try. It's hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I am trying right now. That's like so my app idea, that one, I think I've ignored it for a long time because I knew there's only one way to do that, and that's to raise money. Like, I can't do that. It's not feasible to do on my own. It's impossible. Like, I have to have a team from pretty much day one in order to make it happen. Like, in order to create this product, it would need a team from day one, and so it would need money from day one, and that definitely scares me. But that's what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm looking for a co-founder for that idea. I validated the idea finally. It's got decent validation now. And yeah, my next step that I've been working on for like a month or two is finding the right co-founder for it. Technical co-founder. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what comes of it. We will see. But that'll be good. So good. Yeah, I feel like happy and sad about it. Like, the days of making millionaires from Bitcoin is over, in my mind. Right? The days of 10,000% returns are over, right? So you can't become a millionaire with Bitcoin anymore. I don't think it'll ever the increases will ever be that big again. Could be wrong about that. But the trend is that it will, right? But I still think you can double your money. Like, as far as an investment, you can still get absurd returns because you can't double your money in anything, investment wise. 100% returns are absolutely unheard of. Just don't exist.
What happens to the good
You have to steal one of mine. Classic Contra fashion. So, because there's a halving event coming up, and so I've been trying to predict what's going to happen, and so I've looked at the past 3 halving events, and my question was, were you ever better off buying before a halving event? Oh, sorry. Were you ever, like, worse off, right? So are you always better off buying before a halving event? Or did the price ever, go down to pre-halving? And the answer is no. You're always, like, thus far, that doesn't mean this is always going to continue forever, but thus far, you were always better off buying before a halving event. In other words, you should be buying Bitcoin right now. And it did, on the first halving event, I think there was a time where it dipped below, but very, very, like, quick, and then it came kind of right back. So, yeah, and then and so the other thing I'm looking at is trying to find the trend. So with the first halving event, and what I'm looking at is a year after the halving events. So with the first halving event, if you look 1 year after the first halving event, the increase was 9,000%. Okay, so if you bought before the halving event, and then waited, a year before you sell, you would have increased your money by 9,000%. And then after that, after the second halving event, the increase was I forget, but I think still in the thousands. And then the third halving event, again, a year after the third halving event, so if you would have bought, before the halving event, it was 600%. And so, anyways, I just had, just doing the calculation, I just had ChatGPT do the calculation. If the trend continues, if the trend continues, and that's the whole thing with Bitcoin, is you just don't know. You don't know, right? But there has been a trend. Up and to the right is the trend. And if that continues, if that continues, then we're looking at about 160% increase or something like that. So you can still more than double your money if the trend continues. Oh, cool. Nope. So that's what I'm kind of going off of. I still think you can more than double your money with Bitcoin, just going off of the historic trends. But Bitcoin's still we just don't know what's gonna happen with it. But honestly, at this point, I do think it's proven the test of time, at least a little. Enough for me, at least, that I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere. I do not think Bitcoin's going anywhere. I think it's here to stay. And I do still think you can more than double your money with it. So I'm still buying a lot. I'm probably gonna put our whole tax return on Bitcoin. Because again, dude, my other thing is it's stupid, but I'm swinging for the fences, dude. In everything I do, entrepreneurship. My whole career, right, is me swinging for the fences. Entrepreneurship, that's the likelihood of making it in entrepreneurship is very low, very, very low. The odds are not in my favor, right? For anyone who wants to start their own business, the odds of that becoming successful are extremely low. So yeah, I'm just that's kind of the same thing I'm doing with Bitcoin here. It's just and really, if you're trying to get wealthy, the strategy is to go all in on one thing. I mean, that really is. You don't get wealthy by, opening up a IRA account. Yeah. So I'm talking I'm talking getting out of middle class, basically.
Yeah.
You can't be in middle class, and do this. You can become, wealthy and have become technically a millionaire, right? And have $1 million, but that's not what I'm, again. And not even that. You can become a millionaire at an old age through investing, right? And that's not my goal. My goal is not to become a millionaire at an old age. My goal is to become a millionaire at a young age. And you can't do that, with investing. The way you have to do that is to go all in on one bet, right? And be right. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing Bitcoin is as. And even, again, you can't, even now, it's kind of too late still, even with Bitcoin, in my opinion, it's too late to become rich off of Bitcoin. So I don't plan on becoming rich off of Bitcoin. I don't have enough money for it to work. If you have enough money, I think you still can, because again, I still think you can more than double your money. So if you have enough money, you still can.
You have $1 million right now. Not buying any just investment, stuff like that. What would you invest in? What would you do with that? What would you do that $1 million to grow?
To grow. So you're just talking investments.
Investments are to grow. Businesses and stuff like that.
I have $1 million. And what's my goal? To make it grow as much as possible?
Yeah.
In what time frame?
Let's say... Let's say 1 to 5 years.
All in Bitcoin. 100% of it in Bitcoin. Because again, you're saying the goal is to make it grow as much as possible, as fast as possible, And so, to me, there's only one strategy for that. You have to go all in on something. You can't. We're not talking about smart investing at this point, right? Because that's not your goal. Your goal is not like if you were to say, okay, your goal is to mitigate risk and make the smartest.
Have $1 million, and this is your money. You would put all $1 million.
Well, no, because then we change the goal now.
No, I'm saying this is your money.
Okay, so
Like,
so this is my money, so it's my goal. Then.
yeah,
So then I got to lay out what the goal is.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, so if I have $1 million, 1 million.
Yeah, this is you.
Because one of my goals is to so we like hang on each other. Is my main financial goal is party time. Is to become financially free. Okay, so my definition of like financial freedom is I passively make enough money to support my lifestyle. Okay, that which
Call of Duty.
yeah. So like 50 grand a year. Oh man. Yeah, it's probably I don't even know, but it's probably somewhere around $300,000. That's probably what we're somewhere around there. It's a good chunk of chicken, right? And even saying that out loud, like I guess I am fine with that. Like that's a very middle class. Oh yeah, dude, $300K a year. Yeah, that's upper middle class.
Yeah, upper middle class for sure, 100%.
Yeah, but it's not rich.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Average
like
household. At least if you about 80.
yeah, that's average.
Yeah. So that's 3 times. Yeah. Which is significant.
Significant, yeah, but we're still not talking like uber rich here, right? We're not talking.
This is like taking multiple vacations per year. Like,
Yep.
Yeah. You're definitely living above average.
Oh, there's a thing. Yeah, but it's not even like people that sell, you sell a business, and I mean, just dude, people around BYU, people that, mentors and stuff that I've come across that are or the work press options you'll steal alive, and then if we all die, it just it starts you at the beginning of the level or whatever. Not even the beginning of the level, actually. So yeah, so going back, like I have $1 million. So my goal is financial freedom. Yeah. Just direction. About 300K a year, I guess. So I mean, I don't think it's more than that, but yeah, saying that out loud, like it still is middle class, really. So if I have $1 million, that's tough because it's still not enough. There's a magic number. The one I heard in school was 5 million. That you can make a 6-figure, salary basically. You make 6 figures yearly. If you have $5 million, it's probably more now. It's probably more like 7. He is actually. That's what we are. So if I had $1 million right now, it wouldn't be. What would I actually do? It's $1 million. You just gave me $1 million. That's more money than I've ever had. What I'd actually do is, I'd throw it in. I'd divest. I would. not divest. I would diversify. Okay, and I would throw it in stocks, bonds, gold, and maybe real estate. You know, I haven't really gotten into that world, but I definitely want to, and that's enough to get into real estate and make a real cash flow, like actually, you know, good cash flow off of that. So that's what I would do in actuality, right? But if my goal, again, if my real goal, like my only goal was to build that as quick as possible, I throw it all in Bitcoin, 100% Bitcoin. You just steal it. Perception. Yeah, I do, because for me. Oh, you're in. Yeah, I mean that for me, if you're really trying to build it as quick as possible, you have to go all in on something. And to me, the best investment right now, the most sure investment right now, or sure way to do that would be Bitcoin. And I think you can more than double the quickest way to do it. Yeah, not the safest way by any means. Oh, yeah, it's all. Yeah, would be to do Bitcoin. I mean, I don't know what other tool is as sure of a bet as Bitcoin, right? Like to me, Bitcoin would be the surest bet, the safest bet, just because of its track record and you know what it's done in the past. Oh, you got one mic straight, bro. Hold L2 with this. Oh, down. Yeah, so I think we start over, like, at that boss. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know of anything else. What else would there be to, like, you know, get that kind of return?
I mean, if you really want to be facetious about it, go to the roulette table. Get it all
Double the money in a night, dude.
Yeah. I think like something that's somewhat practical other than Bitcoin would have to be
oh, I have H.
it would have to be investing in a specific upcoming industry and just getting very lucky. Like, you know, with AI, like figuring out which company, like any company, in the next couple of years or something along, space or AI, stuff like that.
Yeah, for me that would be, for me, less likely that you get that right than Bitcoin fails, right? Because really you're saying, you know, Bitcoin, your bet with Bitcoin is that it's not gonna fail. You know, that's your bet.
The church bet on Doom.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't realize Zoom was. They invested pretty heavily in Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh, we got one watching. What's up?
What's up?
We got Jeremy. That's me.
And Jonathan Silva.
Jonathan Silva.
We're talking about Bitcoin.
Talking about money while gaming. That's my channel. It's probably my brother-in-law. He's the one that's
ready for us?
stream.
Taking the spread shot.
Snag that, boy. No, snag that. Snag that. Yeah, my like I have no confidence in my ability to pick stocks. I have no confidence in anyone's ability to pick stocks, right? And that's because nobody can. Like, I mean, literally, right? Like, nobody's getting better than over time. Over time, nobody's getting better than just the index funds.
There are a few people.
Not over time.
There are a few people.
Not over time, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I do the I showed you that. But even them, it's not over time. It's only while they're in office. It's right. It's only so even them, you can't count them.
Over time while they're in office.
Right. But again, I'm talking over time as in a lifetime, right? Like one lifetime. Nobody's doing better than just the normal. So you're talking 7 to 10%.
Do you know what Warren Buffett? Lifetime returns?
His lifetime returns are insane because he buys and holds. That's why they're insane. Because he buys them, and that's his investment strategy is basically buy it. Like when you buy something, you buy it to hold it forever. Like that's your investment strategy. So you're really, so he's over 50% right now for him is Apple, or 50% or something like that. It's Apple. Of his entire freaking portfolio is Apple. And I am following Warren Buffett's on Auto Tracker. I told you about Auto Tracker, right? So it's just automatic for all for our watcher here. Auto Tracker, if they're even still watching, is an app that automatically it follows whoever you want. So I have a Warren Buffett one. So it automatically buys and sells everything that Warren Buffett buys and sells. I have a Nancy Pelosi tracker. Automatically buys and sells the stocks that Nancy Pelosi is investing in. There is a bit of a delay because senators have to report within 45 days. Nancy Pelosi typically reports within 14. But yeah, so that's kind of the little. There are some people that are using cheat codes, and this app is like giving you access to them, which is kind of cool. But other than that, like, yeah, dude, nobody's beating. I mean, Warren Buffett is, but again, because he just buys and holds forever. So his lifetime returns are insane because he's made some really smart, investments and just held them forever. But people that are trying, I guess I should preface that. People that are trying to time the market, they can't. If you give it enough time, they get lucky. Sometimes they get insider information, they get whatever they get. But you give it enough time, and their
lifetime rewards doesn't amount to just like normal stock growth of the market.
Yeah. Yeah,
whatever it is.
Exactly. Not better than just investing in the S&P 500, right? Like 7 to 10% over time. But their thing is like they'll make 40% one year and then negative 20% another year. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it all averages out. It all comes out. So yeah, like I have no confidence in my ability or anyone's to pick stocks to time it right. Outside of Nancy Pelosi and these people that are getting insider information. That being said, I am following the Burry tracker, which is a hedge fund manager. But yeah, so it's like I don't think so. Like I don't think you can make if you're gonna do stock markets, great. Get your you just gotta do that to protect, to protect your money, basically. But you don't do it to get wealth while you're young. You can have wealth while you're old, but you don't do that for wealth while you're young. If you want to get wealthy while you're young, you need to do something. Yeah, that's
Do you remember when we played Contra the Super Nintendo game?
Oh my gosh, dude, so pretty.
Yeah. Well, this is the day to come back.
Oh, is it?
So,
Yeah, this guy's
he
pretty
was
nut.
hard.
Yeah, it's definitely. Dude, those old games were so hard. Absurd. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can get wealth when you're old. But if you want to get wealth while you're young, you need to own your own business. You need to make it big on a business. Or again, go all in on one thing and make a big bet. Like take, pretty big risks. If you're trying to get that kind of wealth at a young age.
Are you going to encourage your children to go to college?
I think that's a really good question, and I don't know the answer at this point. I think it'll just depend on the kid. Well, if they're see, it's not about being smart. It's about being academic.
Yeah.
If you're really, really academic, or look, I'm gonna encourage my kids to pursue a career that they will get fulfillment from. And I think the way you get fulfillment from is you enjoy it. There's a degree of enjoy it. Not that you love, it's not, every single moment of every single day, but overall you enjoy it. You enjoy what you're doing, and you get satisfaction in what you're doing. You feel like it's important, right? And so if their career is to be an engineer, then guess what? You get one option. You've got to go to school. Like, there's no other way to become an engineer than to get a degree and go to school and do all those things, right? So that's what I'm going to encourage them to do is,
Expect no mercy. Pretty big
seek out something that will give them fulfillment. And if they're, but if they're other things, then, I definitely won't encourage them the way that it's been in the past, which is like, everyone, you gotta go to school no matter what. Like, you gotta go to school, you gotta go to school, you gotta go to school. Like, no, definitely not. I don't think that's true anymore. Like, there's so much now of, like, college is basically failing, right? Like, you look at graduation, unemployment rates, look at... Oh, yeah. What a... Come at me, bro. I got a shield, man. You can't touch me, man. You can't touch me, dude. So, yeah, it's not going to be like that. Not like it was in the past, where it's like, you got to go to school no matter what. I think you need to go to school if your career, depends on it. And if it doesn't, then you're probably better off not going to school.
No, it's not.
Yes, this is the last year. Are you?
I think similar thing. Or if they are not sure about college, go to a community college. Or like...
Did you do community college?
I did a year. And,
Look at it, weird happening.
yeah, I would encourage them to do that, and also like do some on the job, like training, like on the job experience. If it's something they're interested in, like for example, if they're interested, I can't go because you can't jump. And if you're interested in computer coding or whatever, start coding for fun and see if you like it, man. Or go to meet people like a coding stuff or something. And hang out with them and see how it is. Because that's the thing. There's jobs I think I would be very good at, but I wouldn't be very happy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like, I think I would be a good, like in soda Because I do feel like I'm pretty good at just memorizing code and applying. I think you know. I like organizing and putting together and everything, whatever. But I wouldn't like that job.
Really?
I wouldn't like it because it feels like a very long job. Like just the idea of like just numbers, sitting with numbers all day, just doesn't excite me. And once again, I think I would be good at it. Like same thing with accounting. I think I'd be a decent accountant too. But I think it's not, it doesn't excite me.
Yeah.
But I think it would be pretty good at it.
That's interesting because I don't think I could be good at anything that I didn't enjoy. Because I don't enjoy it. Like if I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to be able to do it. Literally, like I won't even be able to get good at it. 'Cause I don't enjoy it. Like I have a very difficult time getting good at anything that I don't enjoy.
You think they're pretty good at that you enjoy it.
There's nothing I'm good at, actually.
That you don't enjoy it?
There's nothing that I'm good at that I do enjoy or don't enjoy. That's just the honest truth. But I especially very bad. I don't like. I can't even do it. I can't even get good at things I don't enjoy. I can't even get good at a video game I don't enjoy. I can't get good at video games I do enjoy. They're difficult. No.
It's pretty good overall. Pretty good. The top designers are people are nice.
People are nuts.
Like,
I think I have, so with me, I have a very difficult time mastering things because I get very bored of things. Even things I do enjoy, dude. So like, even just looking at video games, like, I have a hard time just playing the same game over and over again to get good at it, right? I mean, kind of true, kind of not. Like, I can play COD a lot, and the racing, but not enough to master it. You know what I mean? There's a different level when it comes to mastering. And I think maybe I just compare myself always to like the best in the world or something, but there's just so many people that are like so good, you know?
Let's get into the tent.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
but yeah, I have a very, very difficult time mastering. I think I like don't have the personality to master things. And I think part of it,
What does it mean?
to do it over and over again until you get really, really good at it.
Like this chapter, once again, Call of Duty. You're very good. You're better than all of us. Call of Duty. Like, you're better than the average person.
I'm better than the average person, but I'm probably not better than the average player. Like the average person that you know, plays Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I'm probably not better than that. Maybe not. Like I think I don't have the personality to master things. Like I could never become a professional with anything really.
If there was an unlimited trophy for anything, what would you be able to win? Or you'd be pretty good, you can win an Olympic gold medal.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure that there is nothing that I could win. Because I don't have the personality to like stick with anything, one thing long enough to become the best at it in the world. Does that make sense? Even something dumb. Because to me it's like it's a personality.
What are you better than the other?
So here's where I think my skills lie. My real abilities, and I think why I haven't been. Oh, that's the game.
Let's go home.
Why I haven't been as successful is because I haven't been able to play to my strengths. My strengths are in leadership and vision. And if I'm able to, like, I'm able to grasp things and get a vision for a company, say, for example, and then my strength would be into inspiring people to that vision and having other people execute on the vision, right? My strength is not in execution. But since I've always played entrepreneurship small, I've always been the one to execute. I have to do both. And I think I would be so much better off. Like, my strengths lie in, having the vision and learning, like, new things. I guess that could be, maybe if there was like a gold medal in like learning new things, I could maybe get that, right? Because like I'm constantly, I love, like, that is a huge strength for me, and it's actually I think a very unique, because most people, they get competent, they get good at something, and then it becomes their comfort zone, and that's what they would like to day in day out, like, do that thing. And to transition into something new is a very scary thing for me, right? And whereas I'm the opposite. As soon as I get competent with something, I get bored of it. I'm like, look, I know how to do this now, so I need to hire somebody to do it. I've learned the process. I need to hire somebody, show them the process, and they go and drill in, day out, do the grind, the work, and I'm ready to go on to the next thing, learn the next thing. And as soon as I get competent, as soon as I build a process around it, I want to bring someone in and go on. I get bored as soon as you know what I mean? So that's where my, like, strength and skill set lie, is in the constant learning of new things, right? Which again is why, like, leadership and vision is my strength, I think. Does that even make sense?
Yeah. You're really good at picking up and letting skills.
Yeah.
But you don't have the drive to expand those skills further down. Like
Yeah. Do it day in, day out. In the book, The E-Myth, he explains that we all have these three things. We have the entrepreneur, the technician, and the manager. Entrepreneur's always thinking about the future. Technician's always thinking about the present. The manager's always thinking about the past. And everyone has all three in them, but, some people have more. So I'm like 90% entrepreneur. Always thinking about the future, always thinking about the next thing, always thinking about the vision, always thinking about, the future. And then Kelsey, for example, she's like probably 80% technician. She is grinding, doing what she loves, doing the work. Hands-on, she's building her stuff. She loves doing the actual work day in, day out. In the present, today, like, we do this. And for me, that's very, very different. And the manager is always analyzing the past, right? And trying to get better because of that, right? So they're like, okay, well, here's the numbers, here's what here's what's happening in the past, so this is what we need to improve for the future, right? And I have like 0%, right? I'm like 90% entrepreneur, 10% technician, and like 0%. And so that's why I think too, like, it's been, I've had moderate successes with business, but I think I would have much more success if I could balance these much better, right? Much, much better balance. Thank you for playing. What'd you think?
fun, dumb game. Kind of like Godzilla versus King Kong. Like a
This
lot of
game is
explosions.
exactly like Godzilla Kong.
Yeah, this is the game version of it,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. And you beat the whole game in an hour, in almost exactly an hour.
Does that seem like a $35 game?
No,
Am I off basis to think that was like maybe a $20 game?
This is something I would have played in 2008 on the I'mSuperBored.com, like at school. Like, it's a fun
Yeah.
game, it's a cool game, but it doesn't, once again, literally beat it in 1 hour,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have, it has decent graphics. Like, it doesn't look like, ooh, a PS5 game. It
No.
looks like a PS3 game, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And then, but it's fun, and it has, like, some, like, updated things, like, you know, like the weapons, and
Yeah, switching the
it-
weapons,
and
level 2 in the weapons,
you can,
overloading
like,
the weapons.
dash, and they have different characters and stuff. But, like, it's, overall, once again, it's Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
It's a shallow experience. It's a fun shallow experience, but it's not something. It's something, yeah, like you play with a friend or yeah, with your kids, like just for fun. I don't know, like it's kind of like the Ninja Turtle arcade games.
Yeah.
Like they're fun to play. You just want something to chill and just have fun and sit down for less than an hour and go through it. It's a comfort. It's a comfort game.
So how much should that cost in your book?
$20.
$20, right?
$20.
No more than
Most.
$20. I wonder what the reviews are. If they're bad, I bet that's the reason they're bad. Because I think it's a great game. Great reboot of Contra. Very well done. But don't charge $35 for that. Like that should have been $20 game.
Contra Operation Galuga. They are very average reviews, like 70%.
Nice.
Like, which I think is very accurate.
Yeah.
Like what it should.
I would give the game, honestly, I'd give the game like 4 out of 5 stars. Just the game. It's the price for me that brings the reviews down. Because at a $35 game, you're setting expectations. My expectation was a much bigger game, a much longer game for a 35. Because that's a big price for me. Yeah. So that was my own. Like I loved it, and dude, I mean, for people that grew up playing Contra, phenomenal. Like I loved it, dude. I loved it.
Yeah, I can imagine you playing this the first time and you were just like, just getting so giddy.
Oh yeah,
very like.
Yeah, big time. Like, so good. So freaking good. Sheena. Mysterious Sniper Sheena. Sentient Brown. Those are the, I've gotten like the retro mix, so I'd put on the retro mix. So that was cool. But yeah, so for me, like, game, phenomenal. So good. But don't charge $30. There's others. So the story mode's the exact same thing, just with, but like the story is like, you know, just 2D characters, flat characters with text. Like it's a picture of a character, and the text is going. You know what I mean?
Survive the chunk without firing a weapon. Have we done any of these?
There's trophies on the ones I've done.
It's kind of a little bit.
Yeah, they're interesting.
Speed up. Defeat the boss. Can't fight.
They're kind of hard.
Oh, okay.
So you can spend a lot more time in the game, but again, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
No, yeah, I agree. It's like it's the question about like movies too. Like
is it a watch it premiere weekend? Is it a matinee? Or is it a stream it? You know?
Yeah.
Or like rent it or stream it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. If this was in the times of, you know, like you could rent video games and stuff, this would be a rented. This would be like the perfect rented game.
Yep.
Because you rent it, you beat it, and you play it a couple of times, and super fun.
Super fun. It was a great time.
Yeah.
And then
But like, I mean, I'm sure you'll play it like a bunch of times just for fun, just like
I do with the kids.
Yeah.
That's the only. I would never revisit it, honestly, but I love playing it with the kids, and it's so cool because it's just like a game I grew up playing. Literally when I was writing.
Do the other characters have any? Do they all play the same, or do they have any other like special abilities?
Yeah, they have unique abilities. So some of them, instead of like some of them can do a grapple, which is interesting, especially in certain levels. And then some of them can hover, which is interesting, especially in certain levels. And then they have different, like their weapons are. So when you get an L with some of them, like the L is different, or the M is different, or the S is different. So yeah, and then some of them slide instead of dash. One guy that I just got, that robot guy, he starts with 4 hit points instead of 3. We had 5 because we put the perk on. But yeah, he starts with 4. We just got some. Like, you just bought 2 new characters, so I've never played with them. We just got a couple new characters too, so I have something myself. But subtle differences, but meaningful, honestly. Though. When you can grapple, you can cover. It makes a lot of levels a lot easier. That'd be an interesting format, though. Like doing, a quick.
Did you ever play the really? It came out like 2-3 years ago. It was like almost like a 3D Contra thing. Dude, it got really bad reviews. Yeah, it was like really crappy.
I think so. Actually, I think I might have looked it up and seen like some gameplay or something like that. They came out with an app. The app was like the mobile game was actually pretty good for a mobile game. But
Contra Rogue Force.
Yeah.
It got awesome reviews. It's sad because, like, you don't need to make like an amazing game for Contra. Just like a fun game. As long as it's fun, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like this was great for Contra. I think they've tried to make it a bigger game multiple times, and it's just never gone.
Yeah, Rogue Corps.
What did it come out on? Was that PS3 or something? What was it released on though? Like, what were the consoles when it was released?
Switch, PS4.
Oh, it was 4. That could be a good format though for it. Is like for the streaming, is play through an entire game, short game, it's an hour or so long. Talk business or finance or health or whatever. Talk whatever the specialty is of the guest, right? Talk about that during the podcast or during the game. And then at the end of the game, like, review the game, That could be an interesting format. I think that'd be a cool format. I think racing would be a cool format. And so the goal would be to, like, talk with successful people that like to game, right? Or, again, have them choose the game. Like, what's yours? So, like, here's this successful person. Here's one of their favorite games. We're gonna play this game. We're gonna talk about this, and that's fun. And, like, the end person for that would be like Elon Musk, right? He'd be like at the top of when he became uber successful. You were doing the biggest people in the world. Elon Musk, because he games and he's extremely successful, right? Because you'd only be going, that would be the thought, is you're going for people that game, successful people that game, not anyone else. So you wouldn't pick, you know, people that don't game, literally, right? So like Elon would be at the top because he games and he's like, you know, the most successful person. I don't know, he's still the richest person, but you get it. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool. It'd be fun. It'd be a fun one. I think it'd be like a fun format for people to watch. It's a different format for video games. You know? There's so many video games.
And it's cool that the PS5 has all the functionality, basically.
Yeah, you can do Twitch. You can do. Oh, look at that. We still gotta watch it. I wish you could like see who's watching. You know. Oh, I know that there's a. And if they did chat, like I would see it in the. It would come up. There is a mobile. There is a mobile. Some active viewers and chatters in the community, but it doesn't show me like who's on right now. It just shows these people. But yeah, there. Oh, here it is. This is the mobile stream there. One viewer. Because yeah, it doesn't show me who the viewer is. But that's it for the stream. Peace out, y'all. Oh, 2 watching. Good, now we got 2 watchers.
Yeah, I think you're...
Oh, that was me? Would it count me, really? I think it shouldn't count me. Because like, I'm logged in. Like, it knows it's me. Yeah. Anyways, alright, all 2 watchers. Peace out.